Another huge mystery of House on the Rock related to the music machines is the Red Room, which currently plays Dance of the Sugar Plum Fairy from the Nutcracker Ballet by Tchaikovsky. On the promotional album from the 1980s that was once sold in the gift shop, on cassette and then later re-released on CD, however, one can find that the song title for the song the Red Room plays as Dance of the Sugar Plum Fairy, and things are seemingly as they should be. But then when you listen to it on the other hand, you hear a totally different movement from the Nutcracker known as Dance of the Reed Flutes. Apparently, despite it being listed on the album as Dance of the Sugar Plum Fairy, it did not play this piece until the 2000s upon undergoing some sort of renovation after Jordan's death. In reality, there actually isn't any recording on the promotional album of Dance of the Sugar Plum Fairy, likely because it didn't play that when those were being made in the 1980s for it to be recorded. For all I know, the early vision and what movement it was to play from the Nutcracker was unclear, and knowing Jordan, he had a lot of disagreements with his staff, and maybe this was one of those things in the planning testing phase that they fought over, or someone didn't know the difference between the two pieces, leading to the song title discrepancy on the album for this machine. However, no one will likely ever know unless they know the true backstory of this matter. There is an early diagram in the Alex Jordan Center which mentions Dance of the Reed Flutes as well as Sugar Plum Fairy. From this, it seems Alex Jordan intended to have it playing Dance of the Reed Flutes as well as Dance of the Sugar Plum Fairy, and that the original plan was to call it the Rose Salon. The fact that it plays Dance of the Sugar Plum Fairy today makes sense, that it is just a better and more wholesome tune for the Red Room, and coincides way better with the existing orchestral visual. When you think of it, playing Dance of the Reed Flutes would have better gave away that they were piping in a recording, as there never was any visual flutes. The Red Room playing Dance of the Sugar Plum Fairy as it does today includes what sounds to be like a keyboard glockenspiel, like what was heard in Mozart's Magic Flute. The glockenspiel, however, was never heard in Dance of the Reed Flutes, but there is a visual keyboard below the shaker chimes, which is where the sound of the glockenspiel comes from today, and it sure sounds convincingly real, too. In the days of it playing Dance of the Reed Flutes, which it sounds like that is all it originally played, it would have just been a visual keyboard because it would have existed in 1979 upon completion of the visual part. With this existing, this may be an indicator that maybe Jordan did intend on having it playing Dance of the Sugar Plum Fairy, which would feature this instrument. On the other hand, Dance of the Reed Flutes had the marimba and tubular bells play, which would have come from theater organs. But I have never heard any of these play today when it plays Dance of the Sugar Plum Fairy. These instruments today seem to just be an artifact of the days when it played Dance of the Reed Flutes.
You ready?
The Red Room is probably the most mysterious music machine there historically for the reasons I discussed.